question when it comes to wide receivers. And these two Jets going up against Jeffrey's Bears. With that, commentators in the booth as we turn it over to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Our sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the New York Jets and the Chicago Bears. There's Nick Folk ready to put this one in the air. And off we go from Soldier Field. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll come out in the pistol. Now Cutler on first down. He's got that one complete to Eddie Royal. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Muhammad Wilkerson elevated a tempo program that was looking for players like him, and he's carried that on into the NFL. What a terrific play there.
A nice tackle for loss for the former Temple Owl, as you said. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Sheldon Richardson in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Well, Brandon, sometimes I think when we watch games, we're actually watching a living museum because we're seeing the evolution of positions almost with each passing game. How about defensive ends nowadays and the way that they can run almost all the way across the field?
It is unbelievable, isn't it? I mean, they're so strong, but they're so lean. They can move so quick with those bodies.
It's almost unfair. You're supposed to be able to know where a defensive end is supposed to be on every play. These guys flash so quickly, you're not sure where they're going to end up.
Now, speaking of Jeffrey, he made some news after the season when he made the declaration, and I'm quoting here, "I guarantee you will win the Super Bowl next year," unquote.
Doesn't have quite the same ring as when we heard it before the Jets-Colts Super Bowl. But at the same time, I think a lot of people around the Chicago area probably will appreciate that. Confidence in the team, confidence in the organization. Someone wants to put himself on the line. Alshon Jeffrey looking for a bounce-back season in 2017. Didn't get to the 1,000 mark the last 2.
There's Patty. Right side, there's Decker. 32 brought down there. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Offside, defense. A penalty is declined.
Here's the option going right. Following the penalty, it's Forte. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Looking back at this year for Matt Forte, best game came in week 2. Had 3 touchdowns, rushed for over 100 yards. Altogether, 8-13 on the season. Missed the last couple games with an injury. So how do the Jets look at that position going forward?
Well, I'm about to provide motivation for him because I know that if he hears this, he'll say, "I'll show you." But I don't think he's a lead back anymore. I think the Jets need to look to get one of those guys and make Matt Forte a complimentary piece. Be a terrific 3rd down back. He pass blocks well, he catches it terrific out of the backfield, and can surprise you running the football. I still think there's value for him. I just don't see him in the lead role any longer.
Second down now after the incompletion. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Akeem Hicks. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
Partner, I know the ball security's preached like crazy, but every now and then you've got to know when to get rid of the football and save a little bit of yardage if you're a quarterback.
Because now if you're the offensive coordinator, what does it do if it was 3rd and 10 versus 3rd and much longer as it is now?
Yeah, it changes everything in terms of play calling and the pressure you might expect to face on the very...
It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play that time by the Jets. 37 yards.
Well, they just treated 3rd and long as simply an opportunity to make an even bigger play. Normally, you're just trying to pick up the first down and you know where the sticks are. They took this thing way downfield. Confidence in the receivers to go up and make a play, even with defenders around him.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
Petty now. He'll buy some time right. And he goes out of bounds inside the 10 at the 9. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Let's go! 3-19! They'll try to run with Forte. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So an even first quarter on the scoreboard, but the threat of points on the horizon. 0-0 our score, and we're back to Soldier Field. With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you, it's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here, and they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. It's their quarterback taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Jets are able to strike for 6. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? But I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays, and it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
And what a rookie year by Jordan Howard. When you go from number 3 on the depth chart all the way to number 1 and finish with over 1,300 yards, that's what I call a big-time season.
Well, those 1,300 yards, 2nd in the NFL, also set the Bears' rookie rushing record, so something for them to build around next year.
Without a doubt. So 2017, it starts in the running game with Jordan Howard in Chicago.
They isolate Jeffrey to the left side. Cutler now off the bootleg. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, David Harris. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
And New York set to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game.
And all the way in, touchdown, New York. Bilal Powell, 47 yards. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On first down, they run with Howard. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
There's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
Eddie Royal is intended target, and it's third down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taking it about the 16. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Jets take possession. And New York set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way, because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
They start the drive with a give to Powell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's something about running people in the secondary that led to a really nice game.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not there for him.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Eric Decker, 56 yards. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. Good pass, clean catch, and a house call there on the fly route.
And not that much room to operate. So that tells you about his acceleration. We always talk about being able to go from 0 to 60 real fast. Took him less time than that to get to top speed and complete that play.
On for the extra point is Folk. And it is now 21-0. Polk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
He's going to loft one deep. And now this is a turn across midfield and to the 46-yard line. It's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
They go play action here on first down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll make it a second down. They'll come out in the pistol.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Back to throw here. Looking for Marshall, but it's intercepted. It's Tracy Porter with a pick. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Naturally, we're going to say it was a poor pass, but the defensive guys say it was just a great play by them. They broke on the football, picked it off, and gave some momentum to their team.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. This is Howard on second down. And some room to work. Cutback left sideline. And now the rookie's free. Touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard, 54 yards. And the Bears get a bit closer. And there the counter play proves successful for the touchdown. What typically makes a counter play in general successful, Charles?
And what you're trying to do, Brandon, is to get the team moving in one direction, meaning the defense, get them going in one direction and then wall them off with your blocking and bring it back in the other direction. That way, you don't actually have to punish them with your blocking. You just position them. And if you have any kind of a good back, he'll take full advantage of it and gain good yardage.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. He's thrown for a touchdown pass, and he's run for one so far.
When you're able to watch a guy perform at a high level and do it in multiple ways, arm, legs, he really helps his team in a big way. You've got to think that they feel great about where they are in this ball game, and they feel even better about him leading their team.
Now he's hoping to put them into a better spot after this drive. And they're going to speed things up here. On first down, this is Forte. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
7 yards remain now on third down. Marshall, the lone receiver on the left side. Here's Petty. Here's a screen to Powell. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Bilal Powell. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here.
Wow, I can't help it. When I see Jay Cutler throw the football and throw one like that with a big completion, I can't help but be impressed.
His arm strength, such an asset, huh?
It really is, because it gets him in trouble sometimes, but I think it gets him out of trouble more often than that.
Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. 2nd and 10 now. It's Cutler. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
It's caught. Eddie Royal. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Throwing now. Cutler on 1st down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Another pistol look here. Now it's Cutler. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Oh, that is a complete shank. It's no good. Off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. So we've seen these be tricky from time to time. You know, you've almost got to cut the ball to make it go through. And this time he cut it a little too much, and he sliced it.
Yeah, and he'll tell you, no excuses on this one. It's a kick every NFL kicker should be able to make in his sleep. But your word was definitely correct. He sliced that one, and he'll miss it wide to the right.
They'll throw now on the final play. Sets up the screen to Forte. And he's got some space here. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to our EA... never mind, Larry. Forget your halftime report. Apparently, we are set for the 3rd quarter of action already. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Set to return. Here's Nick Marshall. Oh, up and over. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
And while that play was unsuccessful to start the second half, I'm not sure that you just totally abandon what you do running the football. Maybe you make some adjustments in your run game and do things a little bit differently. That doesn't necessarily mean you just go to the pass and do nothing else.
And he's got the open man. It's Marshall on the comebacker. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They go play action here on first down. Right side, there's Decker. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
They'll give it up to Forte. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Decent chunk of yardage still left here, 2nd and 7. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Here's Petty, and this is complete. It's Marshall. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll try and get it with Forte. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Matt Forte taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead.
Well, we got a little bit of everything on that run. Offensive line creating some space, but how about the guy running behind his pads into the end zone?
What does that mean when a guy says running behind his pad?
Means that he's going to be a physical runner. That way he's able to use his shoulder pads, his forearms, anything to ward off people to power his way forward.
So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's capped off by a Matt Forte touchdown run. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
It'll be a gain of 8 yards. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled.
And look at this. It's a fake. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. It's a pickup of 19 yards on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Always enjoy a good fake, but I really enjoy it when he throws the football from punt formation. Now, you were a kicker and a punter in high school. Did you ever do that?
One time, threw to my man Tim Jones on a botched field goal attempt. Hit him right in the numbers, and Jonesy just dropped it.
Oh, the poor guy. Well, we had a fake punt here, and this guy caught it, so I think he and his friends will be okay with that one.
And he loves his play call, right? He's been waiting for this one all week long.
Been had that arm loosened up ever since they got to the stadium.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Again, they run. Again, it's Forte. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
Back now at Soldier Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Fielded just inside the 20. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
They isolate Jeffrey to the left side. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Cutler. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Buster Skrine. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Yeah, let me pump out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
Petty now. Serves nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Akeem Hicks in there to get him for a loss of 5.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
They'll look to set up his blockers. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I'm hearing my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team make...
It got his man complete. Touchdown, Chicago. Alshon Jeffrey, 75 yards. And the Bears cut into that lead. It's good, and it's now 35-14. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Oh, did the Bears get it? They did. Chicago football. So the onside kick is recovered. And, you know, I always thought, Charles, as someone who didn't play these positions, that going over the middle as a receiver or trying to recover an onside kick, those are 2 very tough things to do.
It takes a lot of fortitude to put yourself in that position, but you have to do it in order to help your team win.
Unable to recover it, it costs him. The kicking team gets the football here. He finds his target, Royal. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Jeffrey with a catch left side. And he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Really nice little connection there. They go with the corner route, and it works out well.
And the best way to set up the corner route is to throw slants throughout the ball game so that when you're able to get back outside, the defender has to respect the inside game.
They isolate Jeffrey to the left side. On first down, it's Cutler. Royal making the catch over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They'll get 17 yards there. And the Bears are going to get a first.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete.
That's a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong, he's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of it. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Lorenzo Malden in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Here's Cutler to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Here we go. It's Cutler on 4th down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marcus Gilchrist. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. How about that? Their quarterback, 72 yards. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. Well, plays like that make the O coordinator look like a genius, but I don't think he saw that play going that well.
No, I don't think so either. But, boy, it all worked out perfectly. They caught them in the right defense. Guys dropping off into coverage, their eyes averted somewhere else. And guess what? He filled the void with his legs.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Well, I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. That's fielded in the end zone.
Special teams coaches spend a lot of time scheming things up, but this was just a bad return. Now the offense has a long way to go to try to put points on the board.
Onto the field now come the Bears. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Out of the gun, it's Cutler. And now here's another interception. Picked up on a great one, Darrelle Revis. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. They give it and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
But she's singing, too.
Oh, she's singing. She's
on, like, the 5th tune at this point.
She left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
Now Folk for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On 3rd and 1, it's Cutler. And Jeffrey's got it. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. Again, it's Cutler. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. A big offensive...
My second body cost